Hey kids, have you ever been in a fight with your siblings about something very silly? Maybe you fought over what show to watch? Or a toy you both wanted to play with?
Well, today we're going to talk about a fight that happened in the early church.
And it was some serious business. Let's get started. There was a big fight in the early church.
Sometimes churches do that. Sometimes it's little things like what color the carpet should be, or something like if they should serve coffee or not.
Even though these are things that people argue about, they're not really a big deal.
But in today's story, the early church had an argument that was serious business.
So they had a meeting, and what they decided would have a huge impact.
The church had a big meeting about insiders and outsiders. Do you remember what we talked about in our last lesson? The Jews were considered insiders, and everyone else, the Gentiles, were considered outsiders.
The Apostle Paul was going out and inviting Gentiles to follow Jesus. But his friends in Jerusalem were trying to keep them out.
Well, kinda. What they were really doing is telling the Gentiles that they had become Jewish before they could follow Jesus.
So they had a big meeting to talk about it. Paul versus the guys in Jerusalem.
Paul said the outsiders could be insiders. After lots of talking, Paul spoke up.
And he reminded them that Jesus came to save everyone, not just the Jews.
He also told them that they were making it harder for the Gentiles to follow Jesus, and that they were making them feel like they didn't belong.
After hearing Paul, they knew he was right and all agreed on one thing. Everyone is saved the same way, by trusting Jesus.
They agreed that it doesn't matter who you are. When we trust in Jesus, we are part of God's family. Memory verse.
We believe that we are all saved the same way, by the undeserved grace of the Lord Jesus.
Kids, next time you see someone fighting at church of what color the carpet should be, remember the big fight of the early church.
And remember, it doesn't matter who you are. Jesus saves everybody who puts their faith in him.